This Jay Muse.
This is Eddie McClintock from Warehouse 13.
Hey, this is Brian Holler.
This is Brett Dolph.
Hey, this is Eddie Trunk, and you're listening to Beer Bros and BS.
Beers Bros BS.
Beer Bros and BS.
Beer Bros and BS.
You should be listening to Beer Bros and BS every day, every minute for the rest of your lives.
Snooch to the nooch!
Welcome to episode 37 of Beer Bros and BS. I'm Dave, the Big Librarian. Tonight, the guys drinking with me are
Jose,
JJ the Mill Chef,
Dan,
Alex, the King of Alapata.
And I'm Bodie McBoatface.
So, Bodie. Wait, your name is Bodie?
For tonight.
Fuck, I've been calling
Mr.
you...
Big Boatface.
I've been calling you Tony. My bad.
Tony did an internet vote.
Only my friends call me that.
Very good. So, we got a bunch of beer, good beer for you guys tonight. First up, we have...
I have the wise idea to actually start the show off with some J. Wakefield beer rather than ending the show with it. We're going to kick it off with Not Even French 2.0.
Okay.
It's a barrel-aged Saison.
And I brought two variants of Crooked Stave's Nightmare on Brett. One aged on Leopold Brothers whiskey barrels, and the other one aged on red wine barrels.
I brought Prairie Artisan Ales coffee oaky.
I brought the Barrel of Monks Hazelnut Pazuzu.
I have the Anderson Valley Rainy Melon Goats.
Nice.
And so we're going to be kicking it off with this Not Even French 2.0. It is a barrel-aged Saison from our buddies at J. Wakefield Brewing here in Miami in the Wynwood area. And this is an interesting one. I think it's a wine barrel. I'm not sure exactly of the other details. But yeah, I dig it, man. I think it's pretty awesome beer. It was part of their OG society, which unfortunately has been discontinued, and it won't be renewed in the future. But it was a good 6-year run.
It wasn't that long.
It's
what do you
pretty
guys
good.
think of it, though?
I like it.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
Yeah, I like it.
I'd have to guess it's Chardonnay barrels.
Yeah, I think so. It tastes a lot like the MIA's Jenny. So that had Chardonnay barrels.
But what's
yeah.
interesting is the color. Like you're used to Saisons being a little, golden, and it kind of, I guess maybe from the wood it imparts a little bit of a darker color. It's almost an amber color.
I believe there's hibiscus in this beer, which is what gives it that kind of deep...
Because this, I mean, you could, and I think you could easily pass this off to somebody who's not a big beer drinker.
Yeah, certainly. Someone who's into wine would love this.
Yeah, this is definitely... it basically tastes like wine.
Yeah.
It does, actually. It's very, very winey. Not that much carbonation. The color for a Saison is, definitely a darker, kind of reddish amber.
So it's more like just a natural cask type.
As far as I know, I'm not aware of all of
Cask
those
on a battle.
details, but I think so, yeah.
And it's pretty high ABV, I believe. I think it's, 11?
To be honest, what I looked up didn't say.
Oh. I recall that
What does the bottle say?
when I had it at
Doesn't say.
Don't tell you anything.
well, when they had it on tap at the tap room, I want to say it was 11.
I'm not sure. For a Saison, I'm not really sure. Because
usually Saisons aren't that high.
Yeah.
Well, his are.
Yeah, his are high. Like the regular, not even French, is
I believe it's at least 9.
yeah, I was going to say it's 8 or 9.
according to Untapped, this is 7.
Really? Okay. All right.
7%.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I was doing it the other way around.
And Untapped has, in my opinion, kind of a low average. So I'm going to request that all of our listeners go ahead and vote for this on Untapped and give it 5 stars, just because I think it deserves better than the 3.392 that it has.
Well, yeah, and it's
So
like
at
what
least
Tony
a
said.
3.5.
Really? 3.9.
Yeah,
3.392.
Wow.
It's better than that,
really
man.
low. Yeah, it definitely is. It definitely is.
There's a lot of haters out there.
Yeah, don't forget. Yeah, I mean, there's
Sipping
a lot
that
of
haterade.
there's a lot of like when they do the art walk or whatever the fuck it's called out there. that you get a bunch of casuals in there and they might try, oh, look, this is a wine, and they have it and they're like, 1 star. It's probably some Yelper.
I wanted beer.
Okay, so as always, we always start off with a round of Would You Rather. I'm going to start out with a hard one right now for you guys.
Giggity.
He likes it hard.
Would you rather be married to Beyonce or be Beyonce?
Married to Beyonce.
Yes, married to Beyonce.
Yep.
I would rather be her.
That really wasn't.
Because that's
hard.
yeah, I think I might go with you on that one.
Yeah, because she's got like so much stroke, so much power, and I mean, she could get away with anything right now.
I'm okay with being the man behind the woman.
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
I'd rather be
got a better look
I'd
at that
rather be
ass.
the
Do I-
man under her.
Do I get to be the transvestite version of Beyonce?
What is that?
Isn't that?
I don't think
isn't that?
I don't think I asked that.
Wait, you mean isn't that already what it is? How she? Never mind.
Take that, Beyonce. If you're listening.
Jay-Z is gonna fucking shoot you.
Yeah. Dan would like to personally apologize to you, Beyonce. If you
Keep listening. We love you, Beyonce.
love you, B.
Queen bee.
B11 is my favorite ball in bingo.
That is a good one, though.
What?
Like
Oh, Beyonce.
Yeah.
It's like when you buy the fucking record off the side of the street in fucking Hialeah. Hey, dame, look, mira, I got the new...
like, what the hell does that have to do with anything?
No, because they write it in with the Sharpie marker.
Yeah.
Just like they always write my growlers with a Sharpie marker, and you can't read it what it is.
That joke
Beyonce.
is worthy of being taken to Red Lobster.
Ooh.
I like it.
Okay.
Yes.
Those cheddar biscuits.
Okay, this one, this question, we're gonna let JJ answer first. Would you rather play video games all day
Or what else?
with Andy Dick or Gilbert Godfrey?
Gilbert Godfrey.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I find him less irritating, and like his humor sometimes is not so bad. But Andy Dick, I can't stand.
I can't speak for Gilbert Gottfried, but I have met Andy Dick. When he was in Miami, he said if I wanted to be his Cuban bodyguard, and then he was smoking a cigar at the time, and he said, "Do you see the way I suck and puff on this cigar? Does that entice you anymore?" I told him, first off, I'm not Cuban, and secondly, it did not help him at all.
Yeah.
He wanted some of the big D.
But he was cool about it. We joked, we laughed about it, we talked for a little while after.
I thought that was gonna be a trick question, Dave. Like you start off like, oh, if you play video games all day, like if I don't do this already.
So wait, Andy Dick is gay?
I believe he's what is referred to as pansexual.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was Andy Dick. I thought it was like any dick.
and I will say that he does have a son.
Yeah, so he'll put his dick in anything. Or let any
25,
dick be put in
Elton
anything.
John and Michael Jackson had kids too.
Wait, Elton John is gay?
Oh, Jesus Christ! Move along.
So
I think
anyone else
it's
wants to
very
answer?
British.
What do you guys want to do?
Gilbert Godfrey, is that what you said?
Yeah.
He's the... Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I definitely want to play with him.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was the Affleck duck,
Oh, yeah, he is the Affleck duck.
and then he did like
The parrot
They
fall out.
made him do it one time, and then they just loop it.
Oh, he
No,
got
he got
fired from doing like a racist joke or something, right?
Yeah.
like
at a
racist
comedy show.
tweet.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
it was a racist tweet.
That's
right.
even fucking stupider because that's like, you can't have a personal opinion anymore.
That's like premeditated racism.
Then he was all like,
Oh my God! They fired me for a tweet.
That was pretty good.
That was pretty good, man.
It's the Judas coming out.
So let me ask you guys:
Shit.
Would you rather be able to turn into a turkey or a tortoise?
What?
Tortoise.
Yeah, I would say tortoise because then people aren't gonna fucking try to shoot me and eat me.
Yep.
Yeah, they're not gonna try to fucking hunt me like once a
JJ.
year, at least.
Who would you turn into?
None.
I think I would do the tortoise because they live to like 150.
Yeah, and you can swim. We're going to be underwater.
Whoa. Tortoises, not all tortoises can swim.
Yeah.
You're right. I'm thinking of turtles.
No, but And their slow humping videos online are
Which
funny.
they're hilarious. What a,
The one where it's like the tortoise is fucking a croc, and it's like,
Wait, I'm halfway there. I'm halfway there. Are you still wet?
Okay, we always got to have one of these
Christ.
questions, one of these time questions. Would you rather use a device that told your future once, or use a device that lets you alter the past once?
Ooh. Alter the past.
yeah,
for me.
alter the past.
Yeah.
Alter past.
Alter past.
well, that tells you the future once, or
Yeah.
So you get to pick what thing, or it just tells you anything? It's gonna rain tomorrow. There you go.
Well, no. It'll give you something in 5 years. So if you wanted to, you can go ahead and change it.
you can't just pick whatever thing you want to know in the future.
Well, sure. Yeah, you can do that.
Ooh,
So you can
lottery.
pick the lottery.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Lottery.
Well, no. You can't. Nothing like that. You're going to be an instant financial gain.
Well, that's why I picked the past for.
It's not going to be that.
Go back and do the Powerball.
No,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I should have picked those numbers.
Yeah, it's like, hey, I know the numbers already.
No,
all right, I'm gonna
no,
go back.
not like that.
Oh.
No, I got, but something that
No, you can
You're like,
go and
well-
change. You can go and change something like a
So-
like a
something
murder
that you're
or
like-
a death, prevent something, like that. It's not like you're gonna win the Powerball.
You know what I would do?
Does it have to be like the span that I'm living? Like, can
Yeah,
it be
you
before I was born?
Murder Hitler.
You can go back
Yeah.
and you can change one thing. Yeah.
I'm trying to decide what would be more beneficial to mankind. Like killing Hitler in the past,
Or winning the Powerball.
or preventing Trump from becoming president.
Well, hey, that's not written in stone yet.
I think killing Hitler is going to be a bigger deal.
Yeah,
Like-
as of today.
Okay, because
Yeah, the whole
Do
world.
you-
would be
Donald
completely
Trump hasn't killed 6 million people yet.
Yes,
yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
it's a tough call for me.
Yeah. I think Hitler's a little bit worse still.
What do you think, Jose?
well, in respect to Donald Trump, you can still vote. I mean, but apart from that,
I think he was referring to the question posed.
here's the question. I'd still rather go back to the past. I'd rather go back to the past and
Like Samurai Jack.
Okay, then. All right. And our final question of the night: would you rather? Would you rather have the tip of your penis be a hand, or one of your hands be the tip of your penis?
I would rather have one of my hands be the tip of my penis because every
Nah.
time I meet somebody, I'll be getting off. when they shake my hands.
Wait, does anything coming out of it?
I'd rather have the tip of my
Is
penis.
there anything
be
coming
a
out of the tip of
hand.
your penis?
yeah, I'd rather.
If you switch it to be on your finger.
Dude, if I had the tip of my penis as a hand, like a little hand, dude, I would be a pleasure monster.
Sorry, I'm sorry for you. If your hand is a little penis.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm making a small wee wee joke.
Oh, okay.
Imagine the things you could do to your woman.
Big hands.
If you had a little.
Well, I mean, that's what I'm thinking. Is like, hey, baby, how would you like to get fingered and fucked at the same time?
Yeah, exactly.
The French tickler.
Ooh.
How would
So
you
anytime you walked outside, you'd be arrested for indecent exposure.
Wait, hold on. No,
You
no,
just
no.
wear
I, I thought the tip of my penis was a hand.
I had like a little hand, like
Well, no. Like my penis has a hand instead of a head.
Yeah, that's what.
okay, so you want to do it like that?
Yeah, that's
That's what I understand.
Yeah, that's what I understood.
yeah, man. That's sounds pretty cool to me.
yeah.
We always end up changing this Sundays into something we want it to be. That's so
What were you envisioning?
I don't even know. I never ponder these questions. It would take too much out of me mentally to think of these things.
It's WrestleMania hangover. It's still trying to recover our brains. Oh, Jesus.
So, who wants to go first this week?
I'll go first.
Volunteers? All right, go ahead.
So, if you guys haven't heard, the Panama Papers were leaked, and this is probably the most significant, substantial leak of classified documents probably since WikiLeaks.
Oh, but this is like so much bigger. They said it was.
Yeah, 11.2 million documents. So just think about that. Like, think about a single paper that you wrote back in college. 11.2 million documents. Over 2 terabytes of information.
Jesus.
With a lot of sensitive information as well.
Sensitive information regarding the world's economic elite, political and economic elite, and corruption, widespread corruption throughout. All different, I mean, at this point it really seems like everyone is implicated. I mean, FIFA, UEFA, Messi, the president of Argentina, the prime minister of Iceland stepped down.
I heard he actually did because I heard they were protesting.
He resigned.
He resigned. He resigned.
The royal family of Spain.
The king of Saudi Arabia. I mean, this is ridiculously huge, and it's all from a small. These documents were leaked from a small law firm. Well, I say small, but one of the largest offshore law firms in the world, located in Panama, called Mossack and Fonseca, and yeah, I mean, it's like total revelation, man. I mean, conspiracy theories abound, confirmation.
And like, so what information was leaked? Like,
well, some of the more damning stuff. There was a British banker who founded a bank in North Korea and was helping to fund their nuclear arms research and arms sales. That's pretty damning.
Jesus Christ.
Banks that are individuals involved in bankrolling the Syrian civil war. I mean, this is like heavy duty, serious shit.
And but the crazy part is it's the size of the documents. So when you think like WikiLeaks and those cables that came over were I think it was like they said 10 to 15 gigs worth of information. This is 2 terabytes. And then you think about this wasn't something that was just released now.
Closer to 3 terabytes than 2. It was 2.6.
Yeah. It was something that they've had for years.
Right.
And that the international community knew about it. The news, a few newspapers knew about it and didn't want to give it, pass or share the information with American journalists.
Well, what's crazy is that while there's been a few like shell companies from America that have been implicated. No American individuals have been implicated yet, but there's tons of information.
Because the IRS a few years ago went after, specifically Swiss bank accounts, and like pretty much forced them to say, "Oh, you know how you guys keep your information private of who you have? No longer." Everybody who's American that is one of your clients or patrons, you will release all their information to us, and they did.
Oh well, I mean, good for them, I guess.
Yeah,
I guess like what I'm not clear about is like what are the crimes? Like,
well, all right. So this is all about offshore tax havens and avoiding taxes, and basically just money that's not being traced, so you can use it for things like funding wars and arms research. Basically, there are a few really big tax havens. Switzerland is one of them, was just named. It's probably the most famous. The Cayman Islands, Panama, the Virgin Islands, small countries in Europe, like for instance, the Isle of, I think it's Jersey. Jersey is a tax haven.
I think it wasn't Luxembourg as well.
Luxembourg is also a tax haven. Hey, where Sonia's from? Shout out to Sonia.
Exactly.
So
she bought the house cash, right? You might want to check those papers, also.
Basically,
that's not the only haven she stores.
Whoa. Hey.
I don't know what you mean by that, but please don't elaborate.
So basically, the mega rich, they can take their they can take their money, and they store it in accounts in these countries, and the countries where the capital was generated, where the wealth was generated, don't have access to it, so they can't tax it, and then that money can be used for all sorts of things. The president of China, Xi Jinping, his family is implicated. Vladimir Putin's inner circle is implicated. I mean, this is far-reaching. This is huge. This is going to apply to. I mean, I can't imagine who's not going to be touched.
Well, there was also the Chilean finance minister that stepped down too.
Right. Yeah. I mean, this is very far-reaching. Yeah, super big deal, man. Really highly recommend you guys look into it, read up on it.
Changing events.
Yeah, this is I cannot understate the importance of this moment in history. Unless, of course, we just never talk about it again and it's like it never happened.
I feel bad for that law firm that supposedly leaked this. Those people.
I don't think it was the law firm that leaked it. It was one.
Yeah, it was an anonymous individual who leaked it to a German paper a year ago, and then the German paper gave all the files, over to the International Civil Institute of Journalists or something like that. Basically, like a journalist watchdog, an international journalist like a watchdog group.
Oh, okay. So there were. I think that they said there was some journalists from the Netherlands, from the UK. And they had met all over Europe and also in even DC to go over this information, which they did not share any of it with American journalists. Sorry, guys, I'm going through puberty. So, well, how crazy that is. It brings us to our second beer of the night.
Crazy beer.
Damn.
This one's brought to us by...
this would be mine, the Metal Chef. This is the Anderson Valley Brandy Melon Goes. This is their watermelon goes, obviously by the name. And so this is the first time it's been available in cans. And it was just released in February, I believe, in stores nationwide. So, it's using white wheat, Bravo hops, and then obviously to go along with the fruitiness, they add the sea salt, to make it, with the Agoza. So it's nice, it's nice and refreshing. It's nice and clean. It's got a nice dry finish. I think like 4%. So, what do you guys think?
Yeah, and I don't think it's watermelon. I think it's just melon.
It's melon flavor. Yeah. So
like a cantaloupe or.
Although to be honest, you could have gotten confused because the can. You see, it's a watermelon.
Yeah, it definitely looks like a watermelon.
Yeah, the description on the thing is watermelon.
Oh.
So.
Okay.
Melon head.
It's a beer.
Yeah, and exactly. Yeah, the other reason, since I talked about the bear last week, get one a bear beer.
It's a beer.
I wouldn't mind going to war with that bear.
All right.
It looks like a moose.
No,
it's a little bit of both.
It's a bear combined with a deer. A beer.
A beer. Weren't you wearing that shirt?
Don't you have the T-shirt?
Oh my God! Yeah,
you were wearing that last
week.
He's like, last week was a long time ago.
It was, man.
So yeah, this beer is immensely popular online right now. Like every Instagram follower I follow, people they love this fucking beer. So
I can see why. It's very refreshing.
Yeah, the melon flavor balances out the saltiness of the Goza. I don't know why I said it like that.
So, who wants to go next? Anybody?
I'll go ahead and go.
Do we want to go clockwise or?
Doesn't matter. I'll go.
All right.
You're Dan.
Yeah, since so last week I was discussing about the bear from World War II. So this week
Wojtek,
we're gonna talk a little bit about the pussycats. But this was a deadly spy pussycats during the Cold War. So and for this particular cat, it was had a particular name. It was a particular operation from the CIA. It was oh my God, I'm having a brain freeze. Anyway, what they did, they took a cat from Russia as they were setting up across the thing from the spy region that they wanted to.
I look at Tony. He's like, "Are you going to say something?"
No, I'm just making fun. It's like, yeah, they set it up at the thing. Okay.
Yeah, sorry. Across from the Russian consulate. I'm having a brain freeze here. Sorry. It's the Cold War. Having a brain freeze. Anyway, so
see what you did there. I did.
Cat's got your brain.
Yeah, brain.
Like Communist Russia, brain freezes you.
Yes. So anyway, they unfortunately had to get a cat to spy on this Russian consulate, and that's obviously a bad idea. Cats are not the most intelligent animals, so it took 5 years.
Present company excluded.
Yeah, $15 million of government money to train one cat in obedience school, and then, unfortunately, go under the knife to microphone it up and turn its tail into an antenna.
You serious?
Yeah.
So this was a cyborg.
Yeah. It was,
Why wouldn't they just use a dog? You can actually train them.
no, because
It would be too obvious.
Yeah, it would have been too obvious.
Yeah.
So the
What's
idea,
this dog doing hanging around
because-
here?
Oh, the Americans would never put a cat in there.
The idea is like there was a lot of feral cats in this particular neighborhood in Russia. But in any case, so they spent all this money and all this time setting up for this one cat to infiltrate, and so they finally think they're ready for the mission. You know, they're right across. They release the cat from the van. As it's crossing the street, it gets hit by a taxi cab.
Oh shit!
Damn.
Oh, fallen soldier.
A fallen U.S. soldier.
All right. Well, I guess I'll go next.
I'm sorry. It was Operation Acoustic Kitty, by the way.
God damn.
Acoustic.
Yeah.
All right.
So to try and capitalize off the amount of money that Batman vs Superman made. As you guys may know, I'm also contribute at the blog toughnarl.com, tuffgnarl.com, and my last piece went up this last Monday, and it was about 10 things you didn't know about Batman and Superman. And first thing, did you guys know why young Jerry Siegel created Superman?
Nope. Propaganda?
You
I
might
think
think
it was
so.
because
I told you. Yeah, I told you everything. Don't spoil it.
it was something with his.
Don't spoil it, goddammit!
Well, his father died when he was 17. His father owned a clothing store in Cleveland, and it got robbed. And in the middle of that, he died of a heart attack. According to the police report, though, it did say that there were sounds of gunshots. So maybe it was mob related. And then young Jerry Siegel created a superhero that could withstand getting shot, was super strong, that could then take on many men. And one of the issues at that time also, which I never really realized, was vigilantism. And the next day in the paper, there was a letter that was on the cover signed by an A.L. Luther that spoke against people and vigilantes. Maybe an idea for Lex Luthor or Alexander Luthor.
Yeah.
Yep.
So the second thing, many people consider him the first superhero, even though there were people like the Shadow and the Phantom that were before him, but they were kind of pulp comics, not really what we consider comic books today. I think Dan talked about it last week. You guys probably already know that Superman fought Muhammad Ali,
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
knocked him out.
Yeah, he did.
And you also know that Nicolas Cage was almost Superman.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember
In a
hearing
reboot?
about that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Also, another
I am
quick thing in regards to Batman versus Superman. Ben Affleck has actually played both of them. Now, he obviously was Batman here. He played George Reeves in a movie who was the very first Superman, so kinda he played both of those guys.
What movie did he play George Reeves in?
In Hollywoodland.
Oh.
And so Ben Affleck has portrayed both of those heroes before. Kinda cool.
As well as Daredevil.
Yeah.
Yes. Dave,
I chose to forget that, though.
Yeah.
I don't think we explained it. How did Muhammad Ali knock out Superman?
well, there was an invading alien force, and they gave us an option to fight, kind of like a David versus Goliath thing, where we could have our greatest hero against their greatest fighter, our greatest fighter against theirs. So Muhammad Ali stood up and said, "I'm the best fighter for planet Earth." Superman said, "No, I'm the best fighter." He said, "You're not from Earth. Doesn't count." So they said, "Well, you guys are going to fight between you two, and we'll take on the winner." So Muhammad Ali then somehow, for some reason, trained Superman how to fight, how to box, at the Fortress of Solitude, and then they got transported by the alien race to their solar system, which has a red sun. And it depowered them. And it's not surprising that Muhammad Ali beat the snot out of him. I mean, come on. In his prime.
Yeah, for those who don't know, Superman loses his power under the red sun, so.
He needs a yellow sun.
So, did you guys know that there's more than one color of kryptonite?
Yep.
Did you know what happens when Superman comes into contact with pink kryptonite?
He goes gay?
Yep. There was a Supergirl issue where he comes into contact with it, and Supergirl's talking to Lois Lane as they're in the Daily Planet, and Lois Lane's like, what's gotten into Superman today? And it's like, Lois, you don't even want to know it. At the same time, you can find the pictures up at toughgnarl.com. He's emphatically complimenting little Jimmy Olsen's bow ties.
Oh, no.
It's like, they look great. Those bow ties look great on you, Jimmy. Did anyone ever tell you that?
That's a little queer.
Yep.
Well, that's the idea.
Maybe he's just complimenting Jimmy Olsen's fashion choices.
Is this
Maybe.
pink
Something got
kryptonite,
into
like,
Superman.
palette-shaped?
Yeah, it was Batman.
Not really. Did you guys, okay, so for Batman, did you guys know that you can take college level classes about Batman?
What?
Yeah, there's several universities where you can take the science of Batman.
Can you major in Batman studies?
No, I don't think so. I've only found three courses in 3 different universities. The psychology of Batman. And then there's science of superheroes, and he's one of the chapters of it. There's also Batman Turkey, meaning that there's a city in the country, Turkey, named Batman.
Yeah, I have seen that before.
Yeah, and back in 1957, until 1957, it was known as the city of Illa, which I still think is a funny name too, because that city is the Illa.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, did Run DMC do a song about this?
And then either 57 or 58, they then renamed the city Batman, though I believe it's pronounced Batman. But
do they have a searchlight?
I know, it's funny. It's like, oh, you pronounce your city Batman? I thought it was pronounced Batman.
I thought that it was some Jewish guy named Spiderman, but apparently there's a guy named Spider-Man out there.
and they said that it's probably named after the nearby river, the Batman River, but they said it's actually probably named a shortening of a mountain range that's near it called where is it? The Bati Ramen. So you can see how they would condense that and you would get Batman. Evidently, a few years ago, the mayor of the city said he was going to sue Warner Brothers and Christopher Nolan over the illegal use of the name of their city.
Wow.
Except that Batman was created 18 years before the city renamed itself.
Yeah, so that
Take that, Turkey.
Yeah, what a turkey that guy is.
So the Batsuit, pretty much the colors have remained the same throughout its creation. It's either been pretty much all black or navy blue and light blue with accents. The only thing that's changed is his cowl, his gloves, utility belt, nipples or no nipples.
Bat nipples, yes.
The emblem.
Okay, so did you guys know that Joel Schumacher, that he directed Batman Forever and Batman and Robin? He wanted to make a third Batman movie, a trilogy. It was going to be called Batman Triumphant.
Yep.
Did you guys know who he wanted to? He wanted to have the Scarecrow in it.
Oh, really?
To be the villain. Do you guys know who he wanted to be the villain? I think you already know.
No, that I didn't know.
Elton John.
No, we already talked about him.
Nicolas Cage?
Nicolas Cage.
Whoa.
So, I think
gonna
he'd
give
be a better
I'm gonna
Nicolas
give you
Cage.
like
Let me
bad
swap this around so you guys can
dreams,
see what he looks like. Might have looked like. We're all laughing at a picture that you can find on toughgnarl.com.
I'm gonna give you like bad dreams.
I think he would have been, and I think he would have been pretty good.
I'm
Better
gonna
than
go to
Ghost
the
Rider.
Batcave. Still the Batcave of independent.
The most overacted Scarecrow.
And the last thing that you know about Batman is from if you watch the cartoons and the movies, he doesn't kill. That's like his thing,
Most of the time.
Well, Christopher Nolan's thing is like he refused to kill, and that's why the League of Shadows wanted him dead and all that. That's spoiler warning. However, in Batman issue number 1,
Yeah.
well, he not only did he used to kill, he used to carry a pistol with him Because remember, he started Detective Comics. That was the name of the series. So that kind of noir comic book series. It's not crazy to see that, think that your detective would have a gun on him. In Batman #1 in 1940, there was some crazy guys some henchmen that broke into an insane asylum, injected a serum into some of the mental patients, and then broke out of there hoping they're going to cause havoc. Well, Batman gunned them down with a machine gun from his plane, killing them, and then you can see the picture of it too, also on toughnow.com. And then the insane asylum patients that got injected grew 10 feet. He then lowered a steel-enforced lasso or noose, picked them up one by one, and snapped their necks. And you could see the art of this
at toughgnarl.com.
At toughgnarl.com. As he says, he's probably better off this way. And you see the limp body hanging in the moonlight.
And the pale moonlight.
Wow. Jesus.
Jeez.
He's a killer.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I would love to see, I don't know if you kids remember from back in the day, there was a Spider-Man game called Shattered Dimensions, and you played as 4 different versions of different eras of Spider-Man. Like they had a noir Spider-Man that was in black and white. It was like stealth. I would love to see that with a Batman game.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. Like different eras of Batman and like, you know.
That would be interesting.
And this leads us to our third beer of the night, brought to us by Alex.
Right. So we're drinking right now Nightmare on Brett from Crooked Stave in Denver, Colorado. Crooked Stave Artisan Beer Project. And we are having the variant that is aged on Leopold Brothers whiskey barrels. It's a dark sour ale. So it looks something like a porter. And I believe it was aged for a year. It is a fiendish 9.666% alcohol.
Love it.
That's so metal.
Yeah, so exciting stuff. Happy to try it. This is
Tony's doing a happy dance.
This is from November 2014, batch 3. I think it tastes pretty smooth. I like it.
Very nice.
Boy, does it pack a sour punch there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely very sour. I get
That's awesome that they actually got their original gravity up to a certain level where they knew that if they ferment it, it's going to be at 9.666.
I have a very strong feeling like that's a lot. Just
it's
marketing.
Probably 9.6, yeah, but you can't really, But still, you want to get at such a level where you can actually get to 9.6 at least.
Right.
Yeah. I noticed you pointed out it was fiendish. Did you just come up with that? Or
No, yeah, I definitely came up with that. Yeah.
Oh, very good. Very clever. Yes. I'm impressed.
Yep.
Yeah, this is awesome. I have to say, like, even though it's aged on whiskey barrels, it's not boozy.
No.
And it's like, it's basically like sour black cherry.
That's what I get. That's what I get.
Pie.
Too.
Like
right.
It's, I love it.
I get a little bit of oak, some tannin, got a little bit of that vinegary smell, but
on the back
tons of cherry, man. Tons of cherry.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude. Really good.
And I don't actually think that there are any cherries in this. So that's pretty fantastic.
So, Jose, what topic you got for us this week?
So the topic that I brought for this week is the BB-8, the toy, is going to have an update soon so you can actually hook up the BB-8 so you can watch the new movie of
Star Wars.
The new Star Wars movie.
For those who don't know,
The Force
Awakens.
The Force Awakens on Blu-ray or whatever medium you choose.
Okay, so what is he going to actually
He's going to project it?
He's going to have little he's going to make little commentaries on while the movie is playing. So you have your phone hooked up to the BB-8 and you have it set near the TV. So it uses the microphone on the phone and then it starts reacting to different scenes on the movie.
That's fucking pretty cool. It's
nice that they're catching up to what Marvel did years ago. They did that with Avengers and some of the Iron Man films.
There's a toy that did that?
Well, your phone would do that. You download an app and it would same kind of thing they have with Walking Dead.
Yeah, but this is actual BB-8 toy.
Yeah, this is a toy that's gonna move around and do different things.
It makes noise and it rolls around.
But doesn't it do that already?
Yeah, but now it's going to be doing it to the movie.
Yeah, it's
And
gonna.
your phone doesn't do that.
Yeah, it's gonna react like whatever he's doing in the movie. I'm sure he's gonna fucking like move around like it does in the movie.
Until it runs into the TV and messes up your subwoofer.
Knocks the TV over, falls on it.
That toy is not very big. It's like $150.
It's just gonna pop out
like
with
fucking 2 inches.
Wire thumb, give me the thumbs up.
I really wanted to buy one, and I managed to restrain myself.
Yeah, like once I saw how big it was in real life, I was like, nope.
And you also you have to have an Android device
No, you don't.
to control it. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
I don't think that's true.
yeah.
Well, maybe there's an update where you can use it for any platform. Anyway, very interesting.
That is pretty cool, man.
That's a very cool idea. I'm gonna have to check if my nephew has a BB-8.
And Dan, as you mentioned earlier, Rogue One trailer tomorrow.
Woohoo! Yeah, on Good Morning America.
Beautiful
Also, all
morning.
over the internet.
You know,
so.
you
You're
know,
the sun of my morning, babe.
you know what's going to be in that one?
Yeah, I can't wait. You said Good Morning America, right?
Yeah.
I have a feeling Boba Fett's going to be exciting.
All right. Well, I got an idea to talk about something here. I wish I would have mentioned it earlier, but I forgot to. So, basically, Thursday, April 7th, which, as we were recording this, is tomorrow. As the time, by the time you listen to it, it might be before. But
Day after.
yeah. So, either way, April the 7th, it is National Beer Day in the United States.
Whoop, whoop.
And it has been celebrated every year on that date since 1933, because that was the first day that people could legally buy, sell, and drink beer after Prohibition.
Yeah, amendment
So,
22.
21st.
21st.
Prohibition.
18 was
21st repealed, the 18th.
Yeah,
And,
Because at 18 you
man.
ain't old enough to drink.
exactly.
Legally.
So National Beer Day. Oh, you know what? I stand corrected. It wasn't a day since 1933. It was celebrated because of that day in 1933 where they finally legalized it again. National Beer Day was actually created in 2009.
Kind of loses its luster.
No, just like the fucking office cherries from last episode.
3 kilometers.
But you know
Oh,
what?
I'm sorry, it's just 100
I'm
beers.
just gonna, talk about beer some more and why National Beer Day is a big deal and it is legit and
Because marketing.
yeah, man. Well, beer.
America.
Speaking of that, yeah, beer is actually really great for the economy, and more than 2 million Americans earn their living thanks to beer. For whether it comes to farming or working in outlets that sell it, actually brewing, so on. So that's actually something very good for the economy, and I personally think that National Beer Day should be a real thing, and people should just be off that day and be able to just drink every
Yeah,
day.
let's make it official. Let's take it from unofficial to official.
And free beer.
Facebook official.
Yeah, seriously.
You get 1 free beer at any bar you go to.
Free beer for any podcasters.
Oh, yeah. Well, yes. We definitely condone this.
So yeah.
So that brings us to our fourth
Yes.
Yes.
beer of the night. 4.
Right, so right now this is the Nightmare on Brett from Crooked Stave again, but this time it was aged in red wine barrels. So interesting to see what that does to it.
Oh wait, this is a different beer. It almost looks like the same beer.
It's the same
that's why they
beer
kept-
aged in a different.
Yeah, that's why everyone kept taking the
My
bottle.
bad. I was like, why is everybody pouring out the same beer?
You can go ahead and say it. Trying to give
No,
extra beer to Dan.
No, yeah, I was.
I have some.
Yeah, I thought we were pouring out the same beer. That's why I was trying to save a little bit for my wife.
It's got a.
it tastes very similar.
I definitely like the way the whiskey one smells better.
Yeah. I prefer door number 1.
Agreed. This is very good, but it definitely has more of a wine character.
Ooh, it's super acidic.
Yeah.
Way more than on whiskey barrels.
For sure.
Yeah, that's what I was going to point out.
And it's not a sour either.
Strangely enough, yeah.
Like I actually almost get some sweetness from the barrel.
Starting to feel maybe we should have done it the other way around.
No, well, I don't know, man. I still think it's pretty fucking sour. I get more pucker from this than
I definitely get more pucker.
You know what I mean? Like,
What the puck?
pucker up, motherfucker. Nah, you know what I mean, though. Like, I actually think it is more sour than the whiskey barrel.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But it's more of that vinegary kind of.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely more vinegary, but I got it's a different type of sour. When the first one, it was more, you feel it more on your palate.
Yeah, the other one
And
tastes
all
a little
over?
bit more like cherries. This one doesn't have that.
I want to have French fries with this. I don't know why.
That is super fucking random. Meanwhile, you guys don't see it, but in between rounds, instead of rinsing my glass out with water, I'm pouring in a PBR and rinsing it out with that because
that's
it's water.
The water of beers.
And it's so fucking clear.
That's not a point of pride, Dan.
No, but it's funny. It's funny because I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna rinse it out.
No, you know what's funny?
That you rated 5
When
stars.
talk about cheap beer and water, the Key West story.
I don't recall. Why don't you refresh my memory? Tell the story.
The look that your family gave me after you threw up.
Oh yeah. What about it?
So, we were on a vacation on a holiday, and I was with Dan and his family in Key West after a night of boozing.
Oh yeah, I puked the next day in front of everybody in the middle of the street
on Duval.
But not at nighttime when it would be appropriate there.
It was like
it was like
12:30 in the afternoon.
It's always
And
appropriate.
I was so hungover to the point that I was shitting every half an hour
on the street.
Right next to the vomit.
This is a great story, by the way.
And so, what you guys may not know is that Dan's sister and Dan's brother-in-law,
And
her
my
husband, are both doctors.
Yeah.
So when they see him throw up like this, they're like, they get in. It's like ER. They're discussing, did you see the color of it? It's this. No, did you see the consistency? It means this. No, but the way it came up means it's this. No, it's just this because he did that. And they're going back and forth. And it must have been July.
It was hot as shit. Yeah.
It was July in Key West, which is hot as, it is so hot. And we've been walking around all day. So, we stopped at a CVS his family was getting him some water so he can, rehydrate. And, I go in, I'm like, yeah, man, a bottle of water is $2.50, but they had tall boys of Bud Light for $1.
So I'm pure economics.
And I was like, to hell with that. Let me get a tall boy. Get some caloric water. But I get myself that bottle, crack the can, and crack it open, start drinking. Your sister gave me this look of you asshole, what's wrong with you? Your brother-in-law looks at me like, that's awesome. Your parents look at me, and they're confused, and I said, it's pretty much water.
Yeah.
And I think your parents kind of that makes sense.
So basically, your best buddy here put you at risk of dehydration and alcohol poisoning over $1.50.
Well, no, his family was getting his water for him. He didn't drink the beer. I was drinking the beer.
Oh, well.
Because I was hot.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, he was just having a beverage while he watched the show.
Yeah, exactly.
The shit show.
Yeah. Yeah, it was basically a shit show, but then as soon as I finally got all that out of my system, dude, I was like a new man.
He was like a new man.
I swear to fucking Christ. I have a picture that I took right after that happened where I went on a merry-go-round in the middle of...
Yeah.
Because it was just there. And I'm like, I'm happy now. I feel better. Let me ride the merry-go-round. Yay.
He looked so happy.
With 3 shots of whiskey.
Oh, my God. What? But then that night, man, oh, Jesus, it just started all over again. Yeah.
Guys, I'm never drinking again until tomorrow.
Yeah, anybody that says that is a fucking liar. So what's next? What are we doing?
Yeah, we have another one. Start pouring that out.
Well, who's got another topic to talk about?
I guess it comes down to Tony.
Yes. So I'm going to talk about unicorns. And as
New Day?
No, unicorns.
Don't you dare be sour!
Now, as we're aware, unicorns are, fantasy mythical creatures, right?
What? Are you
No.
serious?
Actually, no.
Are you gonna bring up a country?
Yes.
Is it Iceland?
No.
Nope.
So actually,
Scotland?
no, not Scotland, actually.
Ireland. No?
What?
Well, it's the national.
It's a national animal of
of Scotland.
We've talked about that before.
South Sudan?
Look, even though Poland, retrieved a bear from Iran,
They did.
no, I'm actually referring to the Siberian unicorn.
What?
And
Yeah.
recently, fossils were found of an animal called the Siberian unicorn in Kazakhstan. And
How glorious.
Very nice.
so exactly number one exporter of potassium and unicorns. So this creature is like it's already known to paleontologists or whatever, but they found these fossils, and it was previously believed that this species died out 350,000 years ago, but these new fossils have shown that it was around 29,000 years ago.
And these fossils are of an equine type beast with a horn?
Yeah, so
A single horn.
a single horn growing out of its head, and
Hopefully the head.
yeah, it does not.
And it wasn't put there,
For show.
at the moment of death.
That would be like a good.
CSI episode.
Yeah, I was gonna say, placing the horn on the crime scene.
But no, it depictions of the animal show it looking kind of like a cross between a rhinoceros and a donkey.
So, like a million years ago, a rhino fucked a donkey. In the ass's ass.
It was dark and there was a lot of alcohol.
I don't think so. I think it
There's
sounds
a lot
like
of
intelligent
confusion.
design to
It
me.
was in the ass of the ass.
So this,
The rhino was a little bit horny.
He just wants some ass.
I mean, most rhinos are. Right?
Gore!
So it reportedly stood about 6'6" tall,
Like my penis.
like your penis.
Or like as tall as I am.
Measured around 15 feet long and weighed about 8,000 pounds.
Like my penis.
I might need to see a doctor.
Wait, like his penis, so you technically could ride this.
Well, I mean,
Well, technically, you all could.
you can. I don't know if you want to.
At the same time.
I wouldn't even be able to leave the
Same
house.
damn time.
If you can do it at the same time, if you had a hand there. It's callback.
Way to throw off your fucking story.
I know. I was going to continue just by saying, it's closer to woolly mammoth sized than horse sized.
Like this dick.
Thank you.
Oh, I was like, I was under pressure. Like, what should I say now?
So yeah, the Siberian unicorn, not a myth.
Fascinating.
That is interesting.
Glorious.
I'd like to keep talking about this, but we're actually on another beer.
Yeah, man. So let's keep drinking. What do
What's
we
up,
got?
Jose?
Yes, I brought a Barrel Monks, the hazelnut pazuzu. It's a Belgian.
What is
brown.
that again? Pazuzu?
Pazuzu. Pazuzu. Pazuzu.
Damn.
Bless you.
That's where that rhino stuck it into the ass. Rhino's Pazuzu.
It was in the ass of the ass.
So it's a Belgian brown with obviously hazelnuts. I'm not sure where the Belgian actually comes in, but it has a rich hazelnut aroma.
The aroma is amazing.
Yeah, pure
is
hazelnut.
strong with this
Yeah,
one.
it's
Amazing.
very hazelnut.
And I just love hazelnuts and browns.
Yeah.
Like
It's
Rogue
really,
has
really
a
good
good
one.
one.
I once knew a
Very
hazel.
good.
Were you nuts about her?
She was nuts.
She had him.
Did you not?
You knew her too, Jose, man. It was,
This is getting very interesting now.
Not on the show. Not on the show. My wife's already back.
But yeah, hey, congrats.
Pause for awkward silence.
Yeah, this is the first Barrel Monks brew that we've had on the show.
No, Father Time.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so
Yeah, I
Father
actually
Christmas.
looked it
the
up.
Christmas one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
So we had Father Time, and this is
Oh, Father Christmas.
Father Christmas.
There we go.
Father Christmas.
I have to
Give
say,
me some money.
It has an amazing aroma.
Oh yeah, very, very nutty.
And you get a lot of the hazelnut on the taste too. I mean, this is a hazelnut bomb all the way through.
Yeah, it's like eating cookies.
Yep.
I like it a lot.
Like those, like Like those sugar cookies.
Is this barrel aged?
Nope.
I got like a biscotti.
It's just a regular.
Yeah, biscotti.
Yeah, it does. I do. I have.
Yeah,
that
I got
this
this on Growler, by the way. Like
This would be great barrel aged.
Biscotti Bugatti.
And anything rum barrels.
yeah, actually
Little
rum barrel because they'll give it that like sweet, like vanilla.
Teriyaki.
Vanilla. Teriyaki. Well, actually,
I would cook food in this.
teriyaki. That usually comes from rye, though.
Really? Alex
Yeah.
is just saying things that rhyme. Dude.
next thing, teriyaki. You know what rhymes with that? Bukkake.
You guys, I just.
We're not listening to you. Come on.
I guess the cream ale is next.
Hi-oh.
Heyo.
More
This is
awkward
really sessionable. What's the ABV on it?
It's 6.
No kidding.
Yeah.
How about that?
I like it.
Levels?
It's really
Yeah, it's really good.
Very tasty.
I don't know. Makes me think of the Cookie Monster commercial on TV now.
It's very Pazuzu.
What, you mean the Cookie Monster that now eats fruits and vegetables?
Wait, he does?
What?
Yeah, he
That's
no
terrible.
longer
He's just
eats
posing. Come on.
He's
gonna
doing
keep-
it so
He no
corporate.
longer eats
He's gonna keep
cookies.
getting his. He's gonna keep getting his
No.
smack.
He still eats cookies, but it's like a sometimes treat, right? And
No, that's bullshit. He's Cookie Monster.
He fucking eats
Like-
cookies all day, every day.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen him singing Bone Thugs Crossroads?
Yes.
That shit
No.
is hilarious.
Yeah, and
No,
there's,
but I
there's
will.
a video of
Yeah.
Bert and Ernie singing Regulate.
yes,
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
I
was
seen
awesome
that
too.
one. I
Yeah,
seen the Bert
that
and
was
Ernie.
On the same
Amazing.
YouTube channel.
Yeah, it's
they
the
have
same shit.
Highly
Monster.
recommended.
That shit is so funny, man. Oh my god.
I've seen another one where it's the dog like playing the piano.
Yeah.
You know, Bert
And
and
he-
Ernie are handy with the steel. If you know what I mean.
Oh,
No.
Ernie's handy with Bert Steele.
Would you please explain?
Oh,
He
Bernie.
regulates that D.
I don't understand that either.
I love it on
Well,
Family
you know,
Guy.
it was a clear black night. Clear black moon. And Bert and Ernie were on the street trying to consume.
Some skirts for the Eve. So they can get some funk.
Wow.
So I guess that brings us to our final segment of the show.
Oh, Jesus.
What burns your bacon?
What? Already?
Damn, right? That was fast.
Nice. Time flies when you're having Pazuzu.
And we still got one more beer to drink. So
We do?
What?
yeah.
Shit. Okay. All right. So I'll do burns my bacon. For mine, I will say when there you go. Sorry. So the burns my bacon is going to be maybe it's just Miami, but I'm sure it happens everywhere. Is
no, it's just Miami.
yeah, it sounds like a Miami thing, but the motorcycle motorists, some of them, just some.
Present company excluded.
Yeah, exactly. When you're waiting at it's rush hour and there's super fucking long light, barely any room, and here they come in between the lanes, and they come that close to like half an inch to hitting your side mirror. I'm kind of like waiting for the day, kind of. But Dave,
They are
the
supposed to
biker.
split lanes, though.
They are?
Yeah, they are allowed to split the lane.
I always kind of feel like, hey, guy, what are you thinking?
Are you serious?
Think,
Yeah,
think
yeah.
you're better than us four wheels?
Oh wow,
Just
you
cut to the
learned,
front?
you learned it here. Motorists are allowed to split lanes.
Well, like motorcycles, yeah, and like I guess what you were gonna say is like when it's
Yeah,
like a
like
red light, they cut it up to the front.
Yeah, they cut all the way up to the front.
Well, usually their pickup is going to be faster, so they take off.
Yeah, that's why. Like, I don't mind it because as soon as the light changes, they're going to be out way faster than everyone else. So it's
And into safety. You don't want them behind you, like throughout traffic either. That's unsafe for both him and your car, I
I
guess.
take back my burns my bacon, then someone else go and I'll come up with another one. Sorry, bike riders.
You know what
You're
burns
forgiven.
my bacon?
I just hate being skipped in line. How about that?
Yeah, I hate
No,
being skipped in
that
line,
sucks.
for sure.
Cars do that shit all the time in like merge lanes. They go to the fucking extreme end, and then like it's already no more merge line here. It's one lane, but they're still trying to.
And
like,
they're on the shoulder.
Well, I hate
right,
that.
there.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with that.
That.
That's now my burns
That.
my bacon.
Those-
And that burns my
Those motherfucking cocksuckers.
Fuck the 836 merge lane.
Yo, I hate that asshole who's in the right lane and he's like, oh, nobody's in the merge lane. Let me switch to the left and cut everybody. I'm so smart.
I don't let them. I start leaning over where I'm.
Well, yeah, you know what I do is I get
I just go to the
in
guy
the middle of both. And
But you got to calculate that, man, because if not, then people will just pass you on both sides.
Yeah.
I just go around you. That's all that happens. You don't think you let me in? I don't have to go in front of you. I'll go in front of the person in front of you on my motorcycle, bitch.
Bro.
Thanks, Dan.
You know what burns my bitch?
I thought you needed some added.
That's the motorcycle sound effect.
That was a backfire.
I thought you needed some added like explosiveness. So,
so what burns my bacon is old people and technology. Yep. Fuck. God damn it. Just
Would you like to elaborate?
Well, I don't know. The Wi-Fi, like, oh, can you help me with the Wi-Fi? It's like, oh, just fucking click on this thing here. And
My mom every week.
yeah, man, it's terrible. No, I mean, there's no particular incident of it. It's just in general. For a while, I actually did make some money off of it, but now that I'm not making money off of installing, oh, you need this CD-ROM installed? $25. I'll do it for you,
Oh, you
old
mean
lady.
that's not a cup holder?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, man. Get with the program,
It's funny 'cause
dinosaurs.
People do all that at the libraries. They, some computers still have, diskette drives. And people will put their library cards into the diskette drive.
no, really?
And they'll say, oh, my card got stuck in there in the computer. It wasn't scanning it.
Are you serious, bro?
I was like, well, which scanner? Oh, the one inside each computer. Those are scanners. Those are drives.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I think I covered it like a long time ago on a Burns My Bacon, the people that don't know how to use the self-checkout line. And I saw one person one time, because Alex, I don't think you were here for this, or Jose, and they actually tried to swipe money through the credit card machine.
That's amazing.
I was like,
Yeah.
how's this real life?
But you would have shit your pants if it worked. You'd be like, how the fuck did that happen?
No, but just the look of the confusion on their face, I was like, where do you think you put the money?
So before we go any further, we're on our final beer of the night, which is, I brought this one. It's Prairie Artisan Ales, Coffee Okie.
Coffee Okie?
It's an American brown ale, clocking in at 13%.
Jesus Christ, really?
Yeah, it's an imperial brown aged ale in whiskey barrels with coffee added.
Wow.
What do you guys think? Got a little bit of chili on it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's like,
I wasn't expecting.
The aroma's spicy. Yeah.
I wasn't expecting the chilies.
I kind of get like American coffee, not espresso.
Well, the bottle itself kind of looks like the Southwest to me. Maybe I looked at it wrong.
This doesn't have any peppers in it.
It's imperial brown
aged
whiskey
ale.
and coffee.
Yeah.
But yeah, the artwork.
We talked about that last time, how sometimes coffee can smell a little spicy.
Right, but this is the first one I've had. This smells straight up like
Peppers.
Yeah, this smells
like a green pepper.
Yeah, like in.
It has that southwestern, like Tex-Mex vibe.
Right,
Like, the artwork on the bottle looks very like Tex-Mex, in the sense that it's got that like cowboy kind of like. I think it has cowboy boots. Is that what that is?
Yeah. Like it smells and almost wants to taste like the Deuce Out the Mexican standoff, the spicy coffee one.
Yeah.
But like you don't get the heat. You just like it. You smell it. Huh.
Yeah, this one definitely brings the heat.
The Mexis
awesome,
one, right? No, that's McCullough. I'm thinking of something else.
Yeah. They have one too, though. But yeah, this is really good.
Bro, you said 13%. Like that's so well.
Wait, hold on. This is 13%.
Yeah, this is 13%.
That is so well hidden on this, man. It tastes like it's maybe like 9.
And it's not boozy at all.
No, it's a nice little touch.
And it's funny because when I drink it, it's sweet. But once the aftertaste, there's no. It's a slightly bitter. There's no sweetness left in it.
I guess the green pepper helps hide that. No, I don't.
There's no pepper. There's no pepper. What's this green pepper, man?
Like for me,
Dude, like it so hides it so well because you don't get that like feeling from your tongue like when you get a boozy flavor that like the alcohol is evaporated.
Yeah, the alcohol burn. Yeah, I don't get it.
Dude, this is really fun.
Pretty complex beer, but that's what I like it a lot.
Yeah. I really, really enjoy this one a lot. It's It's very different than anything I've had in a while. I dig it, man. It's really good. That Prairie always brings a heat, man.
Yeah. Even though this one does not.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of does, but like
in a different,
well, he means a different type of heat.
Yeah, it's like, oh, we're not going to give you alcohol heat, but we're going to give you a little bit of peppers.
Man. I think it's actually the opposite of what you just said. It's bringing the alcohol, but not the actual pepper.
Thank you, Dave.
Yeah, exactly. But that's what you feel like. You feel like it's bringing peppers, even though it's not, and you don't feel that it's bringing alcohol, even though it is.
Right. It's the perfect party guest.
Shaker's face is like...
Yep.
He's like, oh no, I've gone cross-eyed.
Does not compute.
It does not compute.
No, man, it's really good. I like it a lot.
So, I guess I'll do the next What Burns My Bacon. Maybe I've said this before. I ranted about it online last week or the week before, but I have an employee that works for me. It's a lady, and again today, she sat at her desk. I don't know what happened, what she was eating. Little snack. She began burping, belching. I'm not saying excuse me. And then there was
Does she at least laugh it off?
Nope. It's just typing, just a...
Is it Rick Sanchez?
Hey, man, I like that guy. I was at his house before, actually.
No, Rick and Morty, Rick Sanchez.
You said Rick Sanchez, right?
Right, that's the character from Rick and Morty. His name's Rick Sanchez.
But I actually was at the real Rick Sanchez's house. He's a really nice guy.
So
yeah, I took a class with his son in college, and I was like, oh, by the way, this guy's name is Rick Sanchez too? Cool. But it's Miami. There's going to be a lot of guys named Rick Sanchez. But, I went and I took, we were doing like a group project. He's like, come to my house. It's in Pembroke Pines. Fucking beautiful ass mansion in like a gated community.
Fucking burp segments.
I'm like, oh shit. This dude walks in and, hey guys, oh yeah, how's it going? I can't do his voice. I can't do his voice, but it's a distinct voice.
That voice is better than his actual voice, though.
But he has that like distinct voice that you can't really copy it, but it's him.
Hey kids, do you like chocolate milk?
I don't know
Rick Sanchez for Channel 7 News.
Dude, we have to get a plug for him.
We gotta. You know what?
Rick Sanchez.
I can talk.
Beer.
I'll talk to this dude.
If we started filming the show in the '80s, maybe.
No, man. But I know his kids down. His kids into beer, man. Rick Jr.
He was the voice of FIU football.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true.
No, Rick Jr. is real into beer, and should be listening. If not, I'm gonna make sure he does from now on. And, I know he's a big beer head, so maybe we can make something happen.
All right.
So about the burp lady.
Yeah, so she kept burping. She farted a couple times. Didn't say a fucking word.
So was she like acting like it didn't happen, or was she just like carrying on like she didn't care?
I think she didn't care.
Okay. Because it'd be really funny if she's like, oh no, that didn't happen.
No. Well, I guess she just set up so nobody gets close to her because it's going to be so fucking disgusting to even go up
and
to.
the thing is,
I can appreciate that.
She sits at her, last week she sat at her desk and ate a cookie from Subway took her about 10 to 15 minutes to eat one fucking cookie.
What did she take, like, the tiniest nibbles over and over?
Those cookies are pretty big, though.
She's a fucking squirrel.
Yeah, it was more like that.
Take a bite and fucking chew on it.
So you're telling me it would take you 10 to 15 minutes to eat one cookie?
Not me, because I'm like a fat ass and I'll just like...
You think it would take anyone else?
I'll take it in 3 bites.
But,
10 to 15 minutes.
Two if you challenge me.
Some people eat slow and have small bites.
She has to eat slow when she's burping all the time.
Well, there you go. That's why it took 10 minutes.
And I'm sitting there and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And every time she burped, I would turn around and I would do the... And I'd look at her and she could tell, that someone's turning around and sighing dramatically. And she'd continue.
Hey, Dave, be careful doing that, though. If you, excel with the sigh too much, you might inhale too much of the gas. Maybe that's her plan to
my
poison
desk
you.
is not near hers. It's around hers, but it's, she's facing a different area. So.
She could be a mutant, sending gas powers,
Besides.
I say hit her with sexual harassment.
Besides, she sucks.
She keeps farting, and I feel uncomfortable. I feel like she's sending me a message. I'm not receiving.
I'm using my recipe, butthead. She's doing it right now.
So I'd have to fill out that form, which would then tell people, which would be public record, that I am somehow attracted to fart.
Or you have a boner at work already, and this deflates your boner from her farts.
Well, no, it would increase it.
It'd be the opposite.
It would be the opposite.
It would fluctuate.
She is unarousing. I would like to file for sexual.
She knows that I am utterly
She's
aroused by her
stifling my
flatulence.
sexuality.
She keeps doing it.
She's siphoning.
Anyway, she probably sucks a dick just as slow as she eats a cookie.
That's not a bad thing.
That's not a bad thing.
Hey, those are chocolate chip cookies from Subway, man. I try and
Well,
enjoy
this
them.
turned out the way I wanted to, but that burns my bacon. Jose, what burns your bacon?
Top that.
Fuck. Dude, what burns my fucking bacon is fucking like keeping up with contact lenses. Like keeping up with like contact lenses. I normally wear contact lenses, but lately I haven't because it's a fucking mess. Like I have to take it out of yeah, it's a bitch. You have to take it out of your eye, like put it into the water, like the little fucking solution. You have to make sure that the solution is fucking clean, or else like you're getting an eye infection. And like, I'm just gonna go in with the dailies.
Well, it's funny because like Dan, like how long do you wear yours for?
About 2 months at a time.
With them in, huh?
Yeah.
Whoa. Holy shit.
With them in.
Yeah.
No, fuck that. Like if I fall asleep in them, like I'm just like fucking dry.
I
like,
sleep with this shit on literally
I
maybe
never-
like a month and a half at a time.
I can never sleep with my contact
It's
lenses.
funny because the first time I ever wore real contacts was a couple of years ago, and I went to my optometrist, and you know they always you do your eye checkup, and they give you your new prescription.
Fucking late.
But when they do that, you know you always get your eyes dilated and all that, and then so while my eyes were dilated, they were trying to teach me how to put the contact
But you
in
can't see
the
well,
quick way.
yeah.
So you can't fucking see to begin with. So I'm like, yeah, no, I got it. I can figure this out. What you guys may not know about me that are listening to this is I have some fucking squinty ass eyes to begin with.
I never noticed.
Yeah, that shit is not wide open.
Well, you gotta like open it with your fingers, man.
Yo, I'm a pro, man. I could do it without a mirror. Just
It got. I remember at work, I used to be late to work because I was putting in contacts.
You do
Well,
that every
but you
time?
don't have the thick contact lenses though. On
actually,
this side.
actually, on my left eye, I have a astigmatism, so I got the toric lens.
Yeah, that's what I have. So to
fucking
get that
sucks.
out, it's a fucking bitch, and sometimes it just falls into the sink or falls on the fucking
Yeah, that
floor.
sucks.
Like,
I gave up after.
No, it's a hassle. I give you that, man.
Yeah, I gave up after like 3.5 weeks, and I think I went through probably 4 pairs of contacts.
Damn.
I lost one. I'd be like, let me rub my eye. I'm like, oh, I can't do this anymore.
oh no, you
that's
know
the
what?
worst when you lose them
No.
in there. Fuck.
No, when you lose your contact inside your eye.
Yeah.
And then like
Yeah.
a week later, it's like, oh, scratch, ooze out. Okay.
There you
Sits in
were.
there for
There
a week,
you
dude.
No, you can't
Yeah.
leave it in there.
Yeah,
that long.
man. That's
It really bothers me. So I usually like as soon as that happens, like I'll
get it out
spend
right
an
away,
hour
yeah.
or however long it takes to get
Yeah,
the fuck
for
out
sure.
of
You
No,
can't
I
just,
just
like,
left
leave
it in there, and
for
then like
weeks.
eventually
like-
it just like oozes out.
Fucking glad I don't have to do that shit.
Yeah.
It's a pain. That's why. You know what?
With your
So
perfect
you know what?
eyesight.
Hey, that's the only thing not
Fucking
broken on me.
perfect bitch eyesight. And so you know what? I'll just buy my glasses from China now. They're a lot cheaper. Cut out the middleman. These
the
cost
same
me
shit.
the frames and lenses like cost me on this pair. I shit you not, $12.
But what's your prescription, man? Because I'm super blind, so my lens, like if I were to get like regular lenses, they look like Coke bottles.
Single vision?
I don't even know.
Well, are those bifocals?
Oh no, not bifocals. No, just
Are
single
they,
vision.
are they progressive?
No, these are progressive. Yeah, so like the
So
the lens would
it'd be like another $12. These cost me $12.
shit. I'll take it.
I'll give you the website after. I get them from China.
Yeah.
And the company has improved. I'll give that. I'll give them that. Because now when the shipping label says California, but when it used to come in, it would say something. When the first time I saw the package, it was like People's Republic of China. Like, I'm not fucking opening this box. Fuck this. And I,
Shandong province.
yeah, it was some province. I'm like, let me open it. I was like, oh shit, no, this is where it comes from.
Wow.
Works out good.
Damn.
But lenses and frames under $20.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
And I think
Yeah,
they
the
look pretty
problem
nice.
with mine is that I have different like vision between two eyes.
Well, as
yeah,
long
me
as you,
too, me
I mean,
too.
you input your prescription. So
Oh, okay. Oh, nice.
yeah, like I said, this is prescription. So everything $12 together.
It's pretty awesome.
Is it two different?
And that's what burns your bacon.
No, it's just you know.
Yeah.
Well, it's not the same option.
Contact
Both eyes are
lenses
different.
in
It turned
general.
positive, right? Yeah, it was like,
We're just a bunch of happy bastards today, man. I don't know.
Must be the good beer.
I'm always happy.
Yes.
Always inspirational.
Yes.
So who did not go in? And go
I have something to say too. I'll say it real quick. 'Cause
I
it's
got something to say,
I killed your baby today. Oh yeah.
and it doesn't matter much to me.
all right, Metallica.
Sing
That's
song
Misfits,
time.
actually.
Yeah, it was Misfits.
Well, I'm thinking when they did the
Metallica
cover.
covered it, but
yeah.
yeah. No, what burns my fucking bacon so much, dude, is when you go to a movie and the movie ends and people clap.
I agree with you.
Like, shut the fuck up.
Really?
Those people can't hear you. You know, like, no, but really. I mean, come on, no, really. The whole point
Who are
of
you
applause,
clapping for?
The whole point of applause is that the performer
Performer's here.
appreciates that you're.
But
like,
it's also to give them, you know, just to express that your joy of what you just witnessed.
I guess, but I mean,
And so maybe that those people are used to going to live performances. So
But
maybe those
it's
people are
not a
already
live
out
performance.
there.
No. But the thing is that the clap then becomes rather than something you saying to another person that I appreciate your work. It's something that I want to make myself feel better about.
Well, you're also
It's
communicating it to
attention,
everybody else.
it's
like, it's
attention-seeking behavior, bro. It's. Hey, I want to make myself feel important because I want everybody to hear what I have to fucking do.
Or maybe you just want to be part of all the cool people clapping. And,
Yeah,
everybody else is clapping.
But are they the cool people?
Yeah, it's
I
like
don't-
whoever does it first is like they're trying to get followers, right? Like
I feel like it's that kind of like.
Dude, I want to go to
Thing.
an absolutely shitty movie and do that. Just like start slow clapping.
Dan will scream at you. He does that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he
I
screams at
have.
people.
I've been like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
at the
yeah.
movies.
Like,
And I'm just like, he's gonna get us into a fight.
Yo, I've been close to getting in fights at the movies. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, like I mean, I get what you're saying at the end of the movies. That doesn't make any sense, but
During a movie, even.
like sometimes no, but like
What if you're overwhelmed with emotion?
yeah, like I can get very excited like during the movie, like fucking I'll like grab something or like during WrestleMania, like fucking whenever all the fucking like Stone Cold and all of them
Yeah.
came
You
out.
were drunk though.
This is
But we
true.
were like,
But I'm
hell
drunk
yeah,
at the
we
movie.
do.
So you can't clap, like, you frown upon clapping at TVs too, huh, Dan?
Oh,
I mean, to be honest,
So, like, if you're watching sports, yeah, woo, oh.
you know what?
it's
yeah,
the same thing.
Overwhelmed with emotion, man.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get at. Like,
Yeah,
I'm saying,
but
like,
that is a kind
That's
of
a point, but at the end of the movie,
but at the end,
at the
I
end
feel
of-
it forced. It feels forced.
But like
Yeah.
the way I'm seeing it is like, okay, let's say you're watching the Heat and they won a game. At the end of the game, am I going to be like,
no,
congratulations to the Miami Heat for winning this
No.
game tonight?
But when they shoot
no, you're
a
going to be
buzzer
like my
beater,
friend
you
Mike
will.
that
I
broke
would,
the
yeah.
fucking.
You'll jump up and you'll be like, yeah, high
fuck
five.
yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Like,
But yeah, they can't fucking hear you. Sit down.
You're right. You're right. That
Or
you know
you're
what?
like my
That's
friend
true.
Mike that just
Nah,
broke the
you're
fucking
just being
pitcher
overwhelmed
like
with
they won
emotion.
the championship.
Yeah.
It's like,
the difference is, sports is more important.
Well, yeah.
Then what?
except if you're
Watching a regular action movie.
Cinema.
I don't know. And
You can't clap for that, but sports
Le
is
cinema.
way more important.
I
except if
I
you're
don't know.
insert
Tell me what
random
movie.
rival.
give me a movie. Iron Man
It was The
No.
Force Awakens.
No.
Scarface.
And fuck it. And when they showed Thanos in Guardians of the Galaxy, I was like, fuck yeah! It was just like a quick one. It wasn't
And
like
Dan almost slapped you at the
When
same
I
time.
went to see Batman versus Superman, there was some fucking dork behind me that when they showed, spoiler alert, by the way, everybody, but if you haven't seen it by now, fuck
what
you.
Wonder Woman.
No, when they showed Flash and Aquaman and these guys for like a split second, when he saw Momoa swimming as Aquaman, he was like, yes! In the middle of the fucking movie, this dude, yes! Oh my god!
Bitch, you were asleep. What are you talking about?
No,
It's like
but that
the
guy
one
woke me up.
Aquaman fan.
Yeah, fuck you for waking me up.
Yeah, that guy woke me up because of his fucking shitty taste.
Aquaman.
Yeah, at least I picked a cool villain. Of fucking
Yeah, Thanos, Aquaman, come on.
All right, so Tony, what burns your bacon?
So for me, it's a couple of things like at my office burned my bacon
Oh, yes.
of late. One is lunch meetings. Like a lot of
Not to
people.
be confused with lunch meat.
Exactly.
By the way, lunch meeting, fuck you. I
Because
agree.
you don't get a break.
Exactly, right? And it's like, oh, bring your lunch. Well, no, I don't want to bring my lunch. I want to go and have my lunch and not have to be talking about whatever crap
Yeah,
it is.
because lunch is a break.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like lunch is sacred. I'm supposed to get my hour to not have to deal with work, and then they make you deal with work for that hour. You know?
Wow, that's almost like
That's horseshit.
that's robbery. I feel like they're stealing
There's probably
something
some
from you.
workplace law against that. You could probably fight back.
There might actually be.
No,
But you're not hourly. You're
Sexual
salary,
harassment.
I'm
so-
salary, so I have to deal with it.
Yeah, then you're fucked.
Just fart all the time
Still
during the
burns
lunch.
Bring in like plates of fucking onions and Limburger cheese and shit.
It's like
cheese.
tuna again, Tony.
No,
Keep scheduling these lunch
no,
meetings.
No, wait. You have
They're
to
going
get.
in with no pants.
You have to get.
Just
This is how I eat
reek
lunch.
of garlic and shit.
You have to get the tuna, garlic, and onions. You put it into a Tupperware. You put it in the microwave very quickly, and then you open it during
He
the.
then has to eat this, though.
Right.
No, he has another lunch that he eats. This one's for everybody.
Bring in like a fish, like an old shitty smelly fish plate or something.
Like put that in the middle of the conference table, and then like I have like a slice of pizza or something.
Oh, I brought this for everyone to share.
With the vagina beer.
I'm glad we have a solution, guys.
Yes.
Beer Bros and BS is here to help.
Right.
Always.
The other thing that like annoyed me recently is like office jargon, where like one that just kind of stuck with me is people always say, before we have this meeting, let's get our ducks in a row. Like, what the fuck is that? Who puts ducks in a row?
Mother ducks.
Yeah, mother ducks. Have you ever seen them cross the street?
They put them in a row.
Well, why are we doing
Like, fuck you guys.
We're human beings, damn it.
But
We're not
it's
ducks.
a
Duck butter.
metaphor to say organized.
So why don't we just say that?
You've been dancing on this. Come on, JJ. Pose.
I've got nothing.
No,
yet.
nobody's
butter.
looking? You guys fucking put ducks in a row before you do shit?
Usually.
Well, if I had anything to do with ducks, I probably would put them in order.
It's duck
I
season.
mean, you don't want ducks like all out of order. I mean, they'll just quack everything up.
Yeah.
Just a cluster flock.
Hey, stop ruffling his feathers.
I was gonna
Yes.
That's JJ's always does that.
Come on, man. Just put it on his bill.
I feel like we're waddling off over here.
Jeez, are there any others?
Hey, no, Tony's all right. He's acting cool. The water's just beating off.
Oh, okay. I see that. That works.
Ah.
Nobody can follow that one.
That was
No, I
went
that
deep
was the
on
last
that
one.
Something with mallard. I don't know.
Oh, please proceed, Tony.
Yes, please.
What about the phrase
Don't
work
let us
wife?
stop you.
What's that?
Work wife.
Oh, I've heard that before.
Oh,
Yeah.
so and
I have
so is
a
your
work wife.
fucking work wife. I was like,
That
what
means-
the fuck
That
does
means
that
they're
mean?
totally
heard that?
banging,
You've
and
never heard that.
yeah, that's
before.
a side
No.
bitch. That's a
Yeah.
side bitch that you work with.
Yeah, exactly. Like I was like,
yeah.
no, she's
I've
not my
once
wife.
had many work wives. Sometimes they turn into exes.
It's a side bitch
Be
that
careful.
you work with. Yeah.
Except when the side bitch don't want to give up the pussy. God damn it.
Nah, see, I keep business and pleasure
That's
separate.
fucking annoying, though. It's like,
Yeah, I've
stop
made
saying that shit
the
if you're not-
mistake
True professional.
of going that route, and it's not pleasant. So I don't recommend it to any of our other listeners.
Yeah, don't keep
I
it
have to
professional.
concur.
Yeah. Do not shit where you eat. Just eat first and then shit after.
Not where you eat, though.
You can shit there if you're done eating there.
Yeah, if you're done eating there, go ahead and shit all over it.
Yeah, so it's 7-Eleven
That's
in
not,
Orlando.
that's not good advice to follow. Literally or figuratively.
Well,
Don't listen to me. I've been drinking.
On that
No, please continue listening to us.
Yeah, please listen to
You know,
us.
actually, that's true. Tell all of your friends too.
And then
we want to get more people on this. So.
Yeah, and that
And you can shit wherever you like.
and that brings me to this. You
All
know,
over.
remember, guys. Let me ask you, what was your favorite beer? of the
only
night?
shit in toilets, everyone.
That's what you have to go.
Hey
You're
man,
gonna shit yourself. Okay, so would you rather shit in a toilet or
Yes.
or ever shit your pants because you didn't shit in an empty vacated parking lot?
No, I shit in the toilet.
No, you was shit in your pants
You asked me what I would rather do.
Would you rather shit in your pants trying to get to a toilet or shit in a vacant parking lot?
Just hold it till I get to the toilet.
No. You've been holding it already. It's coming out.
You gotta do it.
That turtle head is poking
You're
out.
in Brickell trying to get to your house to go shit.
Just drop a deuce in the
And what do
alleyway.
you do? Do you shit in a vacant parking lot in Brickell?
Well, the real question
That
is,
still
do
sucks,
we
'cause-
have napkins?
Yeah,
that's
No,
you have
it's
to.
just
No,
you.
napkins.
It's you by yourself.
You gotta.
No one's gonna know.
poop in your
No one's gonna
underwear,
know.
then.
No, you're gonna.
no,
no one's gonna know if
take
you
off
shit your
your-
pants.
Look, man, I mean, if you shit in the fucking parking lot and you don't have any fucking napkins, you go get in your car, you shit your pants anyways.
Yeah. You're
No,
gonna be
man.
sitting
You
in
take
the
your
crack.
socks off. You wipe with your socks.
Exactly.
And then you
fucking
throw them away.
genius.
Yes.
Thank you, Dan.
Oh my god.
You
I never
just
thought
solved
about that.
so many
Yeah.
problems.
You shat how many pairs of pants
You-
before you realize
You
your
take
socks
off
are there?
your socks. You wipe with your socks. And you just leave them there.
I like Dan was really quick to respond with this.
know.
Dan, is there a story behind this?
No, I
he's
mean,
planned this before.
it's happened.
What? Not to me.
Yeah, I've done it, man. I've actually one time I was in Colorado skiing.
So
with
you
my
give your
family.
ass to Mr. Sacco.
Yeah, basically. It was the instead of
Mr.
the
Sacco
mandible
eats your
claw,
ass.
it was the anal claw. But no, actually, I was on a ski trip in Colorado several years ago with my family, and I'm up there far away from any restroom.
Wait, were
Right?
you on the ski lift?
Galaxy
I was-
long ago.
You used your ski socks?
I used ski socks.
Fuck, man, those
And
aren't regular socks.
They're thick as shit and expensive.
Yeah.
And
Were they
then my
as thick
feet
as your shit?
my feet were freezing after because I kept going.
But your
with-
anus was warm.
Dude, I felt so good after. But look, I was gonna ruin these like expensive ski pants that I only had one pair of, and I can't do that because it'll ruin the whole trip. So I'm like, oh fuck, I have to go and take care of some business right now.
Brown snow.
You just dig a little hole and yeah.
And then it melts.
Yeah, because
The
it's so
snow melts,
warm. The
and it's
snow
there.
melts around it. It actually steams up, like because the warmth of it.
That is quite a sight.
Like it was a steaming pile of shit. Literally.
So let me ask you guys, what was your favorite beer of the night?
On that note,
By the way, I just wanted to start laughing because Dave was just pointing at him while you were saying, like, yeah, I had to take a shit. And I was like, what, he took a shit on you? That's why I was laughing so hard.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't understand.
Like, Dave was, like, pointing at himself while you
How
were like, yeah, I really had to take a shit one time. And he was going like this at his chest.
No, what I was trying to say is, let me speak. What was your favorite beer of the night?
Oh.
Ooh, man, you know what? This is
Awkward situation.
Okay.
It's tough for me, man, because there's two that I really liked.
The Nightmare on Brett and the Whiskey Barrel. For me.
That was number one for you. I would go with the Prairie. What was the name of it?
Coffee.
Coffee-oki.
Yeah, I liked that one the most.
I'm going to go with the bread on whiskey barrels also. That one was very, very delightful to drink.
Yeah, the whiskey nightmare.
I'd have to go with the Prairie. I wanted to go also with the hazelnut, but I want to go with the Prairie.
For me, I wanted to go with the hazelnut. Wow. That smell is just, it's
very hazelnutty.
It's very.
You love the hazelnut.
it's enamoring. It just makes me go to another level. I'm like, oh, I love you so much.
Rubs you right for the Pazuzu.
But that,
No, you know what?
But
what
the Coffee-oki
Pazuzu
has
is,
this.
actually,
I don't know.
right?
It's just it's so complex. It's so there's so many things going on at once. And plus, I brought it.
Yo, speaking of Pazuzu, I don't know if you guys know what that name is, but I recently rewatched the movie The Exorcist, and that is actually the name of the demon that possesses.
Holy shit!
I thought it was
Reagan, my
Captain.
girl.
I thought it was
She
Captain
called
Howdy.
him
This is a
Captain
devilish.
Howdy.
This is a devilish night.
She called him Captain Howdy, but like, and when they're in the beginning of the movie, they're doing like the archaeological shit in Africa or whatever, and they find like that weird statue of the demon,
Yeah.
and it's like, oh, the demon Pazuzu, blah, blah, blah,
Oh,
yeah.
I get it now.
Yeah.
Barrel monks, Pazuzu, and
And I'm going to throw this in there before we finish. If you get a chance and you want to read, read The Exorcist, the book.
So much better.
I've read it.
So much better.
I've read it. Yeah.
Holy shit! I read like 2 pages of
It's
it
scary as fuck.
at work, and I'm like, and I just like, let me flip to the
No,
middle.
some things are vile.
The conversation, and even the conversation is like,
vulgar as shit.
It's like, and it's so well written. It's like, Father Marin, release me, loosen my restraints, and it's like, and the priest is smart. He's thinking, he's like, so the devil's asking me for goodwill and charity. So why would the devil ask for charity? And you're like, holy shit! What are you gonna do against that? And I forgot what the demon said. And you're like, oh fuck, this shit is on.
No, one of the main things I remember, they made the drawers move or whatever, and he was like, yeah, do it again. She was in the movie like, no, it would be a much too vulgar display of power. And that's where Pantera got the album name from.
Yep. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
No, yeah, but they definitely had some vulgar ass shit.
Oh, it's a dirty ass story.
Yeah, the book is. The movie's great.
No, the movie's great, but they didn't go into what they did with the
no
statue of Mary, in the church. Whoa.
Yeah, same with the Hellraiser.
It was much more, politically incorrect, really vulgar, just fucked up stuff that you wouldn't be able to get away with.
Yeah, Hellbound Heart is the book that's supposed to be Hellraiser.
Oh, really?
Also highly recommended for friends.
Was that also John Carpenter's stuff? Or
Clive Barker.
I mean, yeah. Same shit. Not really, but yeah.
So as always, guys, remember, you can find us on Facebook, facebook.com/BeerBrosBS. Find us on Twitter and Instagram, Untapped, @BeerBrosBS. Email us any ideas, questions, complaints to beerbrosbs@gmail.com. Everything you can find on our website, beerbrosbs.com. As always, you can find the podcast on SoundCloud, iTunes, and
Podcast Addict.
Remember, subscribe to the show.
Subscribe.
Tell your friends, family, exes, people you love, people you hate.
Especially your exes.
Dogs, cats.
Anybody who has a
opposable thumbs
and a smartphone, subscribe to the show. So, as always, I'm Dave, the Big Librarian.
Jose.
JJ the Mel Chef.
Odie McBoatface.
Dan.
And Alex, the King of Alapata.
All right, good night, guys. Cheers.
Cheers, yo.